baby bia wo bia obetimi ahye ewa be funtin time so UTV Ghana so and our channel 316 so DSTV a obetimi ahye Midday e de every honum ewie kase ene edine nyina eba be somo hye so se dwumako bi madaroma eno maso masene a sabe ma begina ase a meden kase so eba be dan ahwefo nyina seda kase enkomo best point savings and loans best assurance ewo honum so na YouTube iodinated salt ewo honum ema this way chocolate drink and so pebi na wie bogu wo bosan so and na se won saka special ice mineral water any special drinks ni nyina so a ebeboa wo pa ewie and sama hodo a ebe piemu ewo kase bi ene dom kuma ewo mrase badwam sabre wo mo edi nsem bi atodwa na ni nyina eye doctor case ato forsen ne nsem anase ne paper nyuma waye a wode abetudwa no wo mo se enema bi wo hono mo a ese no kuredie bi amemu saso ena seba eye His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ochechefo wo UPSA owura Tofik enso edi atudwa se wo mampanyini wo hwe wo mo a omu betimi aye a wo mo so ebo wo mo homoden pa ene odi nnwuma nso so ama wo mo ye gusua ewo eye kase no mu na sabre ya eye onmonyamfo bi so edi atudwa wo se yemma yapomuden atenetene enya ade a ebedi akotene ye pa no ene bebo ama ya nya apomuden papa saso ena wo bepie mu ewo enum a ahemfo mo honom so edi adesre dear ato His Excellency John Dramani Mahama nim se sabre womra meye wo mo ne ba apomuden aso ye papa enya de se wo mu ewo bi nti wo sre pa se wontie wo mu sufre na wo mesi eye asopiti emma wo mu me am making kan kase Midday Abinache boache abusuafo ensem no emu na yedo asukoi se ye bepie mu ewo mrahye bedwam ye domkuma ewo mrahye bedwam sabre wo mo akasa na onimdini a anasa opanyina wo ka ensemi eye Honorable John Dakon wo bepie mu ewo Asante Mantam mu so ame eho na wo ye mrahye bedwam ni ewo ho na nei wo se wo bepie mu ewo Dr. Kese Atofo sabre wo ye finance minister abra obetena appointment committee aye toto na no ne resume ana say gebeka se ni CV no a wode betu dwa no enwuma bi a wo se waye emu nchechemu suapon bi a wo se wakọ no mse wo mo keka ne mesi ani a mutimu se nukuredie bi enkoyie e wo ho nto mo so won samra bi na sabre ya mensa aka honorable e wo ahomane so honorable da ko woteme kan me mo wa haba UTV kase so. Hello, Honorable Dako. Honorable to make me more haba UTV kase so. Okay, abusuafo ye gusua epusu honorable na homa no na said na michire mu no se sabre. Omo se Dr. Kese Atofo sen. Ne nwoma bi ode beto dwa ana se adesua wo se wasua. Adwuma bi a wo se waye e wo UK. Wo se wo chini wo mani hwemu din a asa ensisi so asa nturo twa bi wom enti sabre yesa se wo mutumi edo asuko wo mpa enti wo panyina wo di animu kasa ye eye honorable John Dakon eye suame mrahye bedwani honorable to make am ma aha eba UTV premo kase so
many aba me so me did say atifo ni arefo bi ahoye
na me adomo mu nyina ahoye wadaroma ene eye krata bepie ewo kase mu wose ye ba Dr. Kese Atofo na now finance minister ne resume ode betu dwa no wose on samre bio wadaroma ede pote ena wohu anti hu ne se nokreka bi andedi ewo so
yeah many aba Midday o she ebra ye Dr. Atu Forsen we pie mu ewo veterans no e ho bi anya kwan ya mista no entinfo amienu mi entabi enti da ba parliamentary ya approve no anta na approve no me raise that issue no on the floor of parliament say ye no CV or the buyer a chair the Juma waye and school oko and I did the new panel ni suit and then the buyer and never be my uncle into Miss and Omra Parliament na Omechich. Many about share the papa on again and na sikasem the ABC na so ono na ebe share isikasem so a any kwanse sa na ma we bi wo a wo ho a yenti ase if you say we need to investor community and na say World Bank and IMF ne wo mo ankra ko mu sika wo de ba o memo no wo mo share sa na ma bi sei and now we decide to invest and also invest. The kind I'm raising on the floor of Parliament and then Stephen, you say now or a director of a company, UK, I friend of Protect Integrated Services, UK, was a director of the company from 2003 to 2005. Now, by no me head, I'm saying me research. Me research me was a company no plan yet in 2005 February. And I company no egu year 2009. And in Tinami we say obi a wo be finance minister there. I say bia wo de baba be ka che or say no cre. Na say we see this so never say camera person no could be anymore. And the figures and the information how do be ma my Ghana and the IMF no World Bank ni pay for how can we rely on it? And Tinami de be true do say ye hwe na ye busa papa no fa ho nchimumia. Now, the assembly time for crowd is apart from say, son, the better company or senior director of non-existent company. No company, no, I was a director. No company, no, every year, I say, it was liquidated. Now, so you're director of a company, Ghana has this year. That's a overrunning company, that's a company called bankrupt. Won't to me, I'm say, a director of any company in Ghana, crowd. Even Ghanaian company law. It would be so now you're part of a company I am running it down. How do you even run the economy of the country? Now the reason we have a person in the number if you say the investors are watching the civil or ACCA. Meaning ACCA Nipa in Ghana how be on what do 1 year now. We are about level 1 to about 4 or 5. The receivers was what the 1 year 1999 to 2000 NOA ACCO UPS now the then IPS. I don't know when I say IPS only ACCO I did 1 year there. But he is a member of the Chartered Institute of Accountants. These are very important issues. I'm raising. I need answers, and at the appropriate time we found the appropriate questions on the floor for him to answer. But he said here, my raising and my framing. And I feel that we should let the people of Ghana know that a mistake. We need them to correct it. So the investor community, when they see this later, will not be a reason for them to back out of any program we are having with them.
Honorable, Obi ebe bisa se yenim se na wonuanom dom kumafo bi nso so appointment committee no eso. Omo ehun sa mfunsu ana se ade ye fishy, omo ehun wo mu ana.
A press conference. Chairman of the committee, no near said we see any human and yet if you said no, my question. It will be a question could do a prejudice the leader of our group in Parliament. If the question is be a Ghana for Obusa question, your man of come and Obusa question. It's the end of me Obusa. And this is the point. Many appointment committee, NDC for the original members, NDC, they are made up of about 7 and they are 4. The virtue is the responsibility of the appointment committee, not only the minority groups. And we cannot blame only the minority, say, be a question. But in any case, minority, you say, except that questions. And if you listen to me on the floor, me can say, Dominicani and Jinapo, Minya quite every say because more questions. You know, the Amama quite Amama question, and I believe that they are legitimate questions. I also which we ever answer it. And in any case, after vetting, there's still opportunity for him to correct it.
Okay. Say yenhwe say ekoba ne say bia de odi betu dwa no nukure ennim. Say o mampanyini ama no aswan awie say waba be yesoafo a obehye yisikasem eso. Edie ba de na domkuma mo be yesempo ekoba ne say de okan ye no nye saa ne te a ede na mo be.
Well, the leadership will advise on the next line of action, but you can be sure. Say yemano and nasa kwa. If you say your mind any echiche, papa no ubia nini huwa sembone waye juma as a leader of his group for some time. And I say the juma in the parliament in there waye ni ye, but say ekoba say o man nesi kase mo bi o so menkrata say e ho asensi o hodi a o see efeni si say entro and na twa ya you come before appointment committee to swear on oath say obeka no kre. You submitted these documents telling us that adi wum bia e no kre. The Kobasa Nyame Kra, we'll take that step after he has made the say. When you get to that bridge, we will cross.
Okay, your honorable near Wadaroma, Yadu Besi and Nayada was the pass here to Suama. Now, I so. Amen. I was for Honorable John Darko, MP, Emma Swame Nasabi, Yanena Tuchenko Moninina, a Nemebi or Mohunu, Efa, Dr. Kisato Forsen, ne CV or the Baye, and also Sabria. Umusheni munsi obeba na se corrections bi ohonoma on correct na yentoa so sabe yetoa so e wakasie no mu ni abegine mu ewo education minister honorable Haruna Idrusu e na wakase wose se ba no abibrem ha se adwadi a e yade ho odin papa wose abibrem ha mama ya hodo no wa abibrem ha se no yempese ye ne ye ho ebedidwa wose ni nyina e ya mamuo a enhyedam koyi wose amamuo boarding a bad governance enti and the massa wo hawi na yade fam puntu emma ewa bibremu obi bibremu asese dwede be koso a opese wone amanonefo mom edidwa sene se wone ni nwia eye bibremu aseni ebedidwa sei ene wo kirem.
Mr. Speaker, the potential of the Africa Continental Free Trade Area Agreement to unify 54 African states representing over 1.2 billion people and with a combined GDP of over $3.4 trillion reflects the continent's strategic commitment to collective prosperity. This momentum was further reinforced with Agenda 2063, adopted during the Golden Jubilee of the OAU in 2013, which envisioned a structurally transformed Africa under the banner of the Africa we want. Mr. Speaker, I propose that Ghana aligns domestic trade and investment laws with the AFTA agreement. 2. Capacity building. Mr. Speaker, I propose that we launch educational initiative to empower local SMEs to leverage the new market opportunities under the AFTA. 3. Infrastructure development. Mr. Speaker, I propose that we invest in trade-related infrastructure, including transportation and digital connectivity, to streamline intra-African trade. Africa trades more with the rest of the world than with Africa. That is a statistical fact, that many African countries are happy doing trade and business with the rest of the world than with other African countries. Mr. Speaker, it is estimated that today trade in Africa is $192 billion, a rise of about 7.26%, and this was captured in an ECA report. Mr. Speaker, part of the problem of poor trade is bad governance. It's only in Africa you still note and observe unconstitutional changes in government that does not give assurance to businesses and to investors. Our persistent poverty remains a major problem. Then, Mr. Speaker, Africa trade, just between Ghana and Nigeria here. Nigeria has what they call restricted products from Ghana which can enter Nigeria. We can't export those products into Nigeria. Yet they can. You can use the example of Dangote cement. It's in Ghana. Do we have our own cement factory in Nigeria? What is the possibility? So we need to do more And that is why I agree with the maker of the statement that we need to build robust infrastructure.
In the sub-region, there is a problem now to export or ship anything between the African countries, either from Ghana to Nigeria or to East Africa. Mr. Speaker, it will be helpful that the government of Ghana will invest in the area of sea by providing ships between us and other countries to facilitate trade on the sea. On the land, I am aware that there are road construction that are going on currently that is facilitating trade on the West Africa trade border. I am also aware that we are developing a railway on the eastern corridor between us and Burkina Faso. These are the ingredients that will help in the infrastructure that will promote the continental free trade. That has over 1.3 billion of consumers or of population, and that will contribute to about 3.5 billion of goods and services. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Yatwa kase no so sabre honorable Asenso Boache so edinsembi atoja wose na anu ya na ekoto aba ewie ya asomdue so na ewie abato no pinchin bi efreche ba na wosre ensemtrofo se yenya hweyie pa e won nsem a yede atuja wose nsem ni bi wo honom a ese binom ehye kire e no maye takara bojam de eni honom yese ye wo ho ese binum hye binum krogen no makase wo hafo mon konto hye we so wo se basa emmoa esan se nsemtrofo wo honom se ye ne ye kasa de maganafo nyina enti ye nkyekire na fe ye de nsem a eye no kre enso ato genti sabri wo de ato eye National Media Commission and the Ghana Journalists Association for paying for him say wo mon sori waka na obi bia wo hye kire a wo di sa boni an nsem eni ho no wo di to de mo hye so mo betwe nipa no na emra ene ne di sei ene o kire.
Mr. Speaker, Ghana has over the past 3 decades distinguished itself as a beacon of democracy in Africa, conducting 9 peaceful elections under the Fourth Republic. Our legacy of peaceful transitions, adherence to the rule of law, and protection of civil liberties has rightly earned us a place of pride in the global community. To boost this democratic tradition, the Presidential Transition Act 2012 Act 845 provides a framework for orderly transitions of power. The 2024 transition, Mr. Speaker, adhered to these provisions admirably with commendable cooperation between the outgone and the new administrations. Mr. Speaker, may I take the opportunity to caution our friends in the media, crucial players in our democratic process, to be circumspect in their commentaries and reportage that could fuel unlawful behavior before, during, and after elections. I therefore call on the leadership of the National Media Commission, the Ghana Journalists Association, to take decisive steps to bring members found culpable to book.
Law enforcement agencies must be empowered and supported to investigate and prosecute individuals and groups responsible for these offenses. Mr. Speaker, impunity breeds further lawlessness. If perpetrators of vandalism are allowed to go unpunished, it sends a dangerous and wrong signal that such behavior is acceptable, emboldening others to follow suit. This vicious cycle must also be broken. At the same time, Mr. Speaker, it is important that the enforcement of the law is seen to be fair and impartial. Allegations of selective justice only serves to deepen mistrust in our institutions. Let us ensure that justice is served without fear or favor, and that it is seen to be done.
In my own constituency of Damango, the Speaker, on the 8th of December, after an election had been conducted peacefully, free and fair, transparent elections, just before collation, political party hoodlums and thugs attack the offices of the Electoral Commission, bend the office of the Electoral Commission down, Mr. Speaker, put Damango under siege, and in the process, my own friend, Mr. Mukaila Ziblim of Zongo Longbonto electoral area, was killed. He lost his life, Mr. Speaker. And I don't want to give other examples. Anglo Gold Ashanti, a company in which when I had the privilege of being Minister for Lands and Mines, we worked so hard to convince them and incentivize them to invest more than $1 billion United States dollars in Obuasi to build Anglo Gold Ashanti. Mr. Speaker, we also happening in Obuasi. Today, Ghana has hit the unprecedented output of gold of 6 million ounces. So, Speaker, I still have my contacts within the mining industry. Chief executives are scared. Workers in mining companies are scared. Investors are scared.
Yatso akase no so Honorable Michael Kwesi Eidu eye ofori krom mahebedwani na sabri wode atudwa se yen His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ebo Owura Larry Gbevlo lati se ono na emeye special envoy Masa Health State wo se ya de a ha dream papa wo se de enti a wo kan sim ne se sa Health State yi eye amaman a wo mo ede omanfa kwampaso anase omo atu aman bi egu anase amamu bi egu nti soja aban no makotu omakoye ku no omotu eye den ena ama sabre wo say His Excellency John Drama His Excellency the former president Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo woni wo mo eye tinton time tete ye ne wo mo nkita hodie mu eye den na sabre wutimi ekoyi opanyini se woni wo mo ani nkita hodie na saade no eyade be hadwen paama ye ne amanonefo nkita hodie ebe hai adwen ebe san yesinto e de amayen afi so wo san ekesi so se ba no Ghana yesi akabi ba minkabi amamuo eyade amanonefo no ani di echi pa a omunim se yete ase enti sapre ya yemfa kwampaso anasa aman bi mfa kwampaso wo mutu wo maman bi egu no edenti ena ye ne san krofo yi ese ye ne omunya nkita hodie sei ena ochim
amaya etwa ye ho ahia bebre no be fa asumdwe nhyeda ani ho sa ohwe Burkina ne Mali no munyina kudita ekoso ena kra bi akwa form ASS omo friend no Alliance for Sahel region no mekai say Nana Akufo-Addo free so nanka wayi free sa ayinimu ane John Mahama appointed special envoy Larry Gbevlo lati to it enti afeni yehwe senia etie empire ye bone se abaning ko take decisions ebe ede basabasa ebe ba na se ede twemamentwe beba amama atwa ye ho ahia ne Ghana ntem na ede emboa ya ema ebe destroy relationship aye ne countries ni bi Commonwealth nations any countries ni bi are building for this while no enko say ni nyina no na ye bom pa ye say aban ni betiki the right decision ebe boa ye nyina ade ye mo ne say omaba ba mu pen now so nsem ni bi omakeka no ye twa so mebu man ni ahwede ebe ko because amamu no wo hwa ye nya ye sika free grants any taxes any loans hopa ni nya ye sika free ana sports enema sports kwa manoni enso hu sika eba no nya sika free ho na taxes na nke no na ye de support sika sem no wo hwe aban we nsama o kan finance minister nsama kan dia o kan dia tax ne dodo na chese obeyi bia free ho no na oyi free ho no ma kwan beba bedem a ebe ye ho kese a so far ye hu ba bi obenya revenue no free o ka o se obetete ne amaso meanwhile so projects e koso nyina no also be koso aye projects no abra na moba free SHS by mo se free SHS ball manika afide mo se university mpomo samba bitua first year nti chese wo behia sika dodo na asade asoso ana omo san wo bibi omo so omo friend a big push by infrastructure akwan ne ade a omo ba be select akwan ne projects akese no ma ye e de aka woni nyina e capital investment a ehia sika a ye de be ye nti se ne omo ka so be san tete taxes so no we are yet to see how omo be fa so menya sika e de aye me bompa ye se nkoye bosia bonko a nyamfa Ghana nsanko hye situation bi a ebe ha ye nyina na sani omo kasa ombe twitwa ne ma bi so ombe tumi ayi bi ya free baby di aba ba mamu no sani ate no baby a bi ya free bi hanso be affect baby foforo wo twe hane na baby foforo nso ho aka enti say omo ya omo adwen nso say secretly and clandestinely no omo de taxes foforo san ba be shem afa kwati kwan bi so san de afa back door de aba be wurema eno de ye ne minority ne wo parliament ase ya edru honoma ye behwe na senia omo ne Ghana fo ahyebo anya social contract amen Ghana fo ato aba ma no ye mo sa akonya ne mo mfa taxes bi ansa ma megu ya so ema ye ho nkyere ye wo manim
finally yet wakase no so Sabre University of Ghana womada djumedie bi edi womo se anti galamsey project no womo se sa djumedie womada na edi ne djumedie potia eba be di ene se womo ebe chiche esuehunu ene womo hwehwemu a womaye ede afa galamsey hu se de ebe ya womo be yire enkyerechire ama Ghana ni bia ehu nsusuanso obone a galamsey ede aba na afi obia nso so etimi atwene ho ede free sa galamsey ene emeyi ehu na honom na former minister for environment science and technology and innovation Professor Kwabena Frimpong Boateng enso no honom na sei eno no so ekan.
A lot of harm has been done. All the rivers in Ghana have been impacted. If you look at the black water, there's a lot of money going on there. White water and its tributaries, the Sicily, Nasia, Nabogo, Pasimpe, and Kopon. We worked there before, and these are all draining into the water lake. And so the water river may look clean, but the heavy metals are there. Apart from the Afram River, if we take Ofin, Pra, Tano, and Cobra, they are all impacted. So our rivers are not good for anything. And I'm worried about the fauna. You know, if you look at the damage that's been done. Now we have scavengers who are very useful, even in the lives of human beings. And these scavengers, just like vultures, the birds that brood on the ground, the Germans call them Boden Bruta, they also have no habitat. If you are excavating everywhere, there are crocodiles and even the snakes, you know, and the things that give us part of our medicines. You know, 25% of all drugs used in the hospitals are plant-based or natural based, and so we are in trouble. Sometimes you arrest the wrong people. You know, the big people behind the scenes are there, and we only get the small ones. And those who are hungry, they are not the problem, as Dr. Hassan said. They don't cause any damage. I mean, if I had my way, they could continue to do their work. But those with excavators that are destroying the land. So these are all things that are disturbing us: water bodies, food systems, our flora and fauna, our health, and the political world. They will express it, but watch what they do, not what they say or how they think. But I believe that this project will help very much in the fight against illegal mining.
Sisia okoto kontomre ne body so be bam pese de anya hoden anya apomuden heavy metals a ewo kontomre nim na ewo body nim. Now the galamsey nsu a ewo pipe mu enno a asama do kwanso na anam untimi nkasa chinchina enno na wo beye de trese ekomdo sika no nya na de koto yare a na aduane be no adi o de koto bode akoto banche akoto abro akoto kontomre heavy metals wom na akoya na obai o kope sika fi se komdo na sika no o be pebewie no o de koto yare ama wo ho enti ye nyina yensempa ekwan be na ye be fa so a ye be kyerɛkyerɛ sansɛm mu na ye nyina ya te asese enya ban enye sojani enye politician na emum yenya ye die nti ene sese ye jai galamsey sa asɛm no na ya fato ye so enye ntokwa.
Political communication lecturer ewo UPSC Ewura Tofik Ademona Sabri wode abaso bokese pa kodiama His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Ghana man panyini se na soafo wayiyi wo mo no ye mpanyimfo bi a omu wonim de a se bano adesuamu ene yekodro hom so a wo mo wo pa enti sa abaso bo e de bo sese ye hye eye honorable case Atoforsen Honorable Dominic Ayini ene Honorable Haruna Idrisu o sesa mpanyimfo ye obi a wo e ban kabi ma men kabi ye muman yenye nhyehyeye emfa mpuntu omra wo mo adosu koyi enti wo bona baso se wotimi ayi sa mpanyimfo se woni wo mo edijuma.
Say be some one appointment we make it so far now. I mean individuals are appointment into various positions now. I can say I mean so far so very good because unkofa wa phone are to a very large extent very competent individuals who are going to be part of the cabinet ministry. One has to do with the appointment of Honorable Haruna Idrisu, a very respectable young politician from the north with a lot of credibility and with a lot of political experience. Haruna Idrisu started his politics, a lot of us will tell you, from the Nooks days, and we all know the kind of impact Haruna Idrisu made as far as Ghana's politics is concerned. Now, said them Yimpe were appointed as Minister of Education and a cabinet minister. It should tell you that he's bringing on board a lot of experience, rich experience he has had over the years in Parliament and in government as well. Another appointment has to do with the Attorney General, Dr. Dominic Ayini, a very experienced, person. He's an academic, of course. I mean, he teaches law at the University of Ghana, law school, I'm told, on part-time. I mean, he has done he was a former Attorney General under the Mills, John Mahama administration, and he's done very well, even while in opposition. While in the position, he kept on contributing, shaping our legal system and our democratic system. He's someone with a vast experience, and having been appointed into that high office, you understand, and he's going to sit on cabinet. I think he's also going to shape, politics in Ghana. The other person has to do with Atoforsen, our Minister of Finance, Dr. Atoforsen. I mean, Atoforsen, is a wonder for the NDC. My prayer is that now given the opportunity to become the Minister of Finance, Atoforsen must walk the talk. He must be a minister, a praxis minister, someone who is going to combine theory and practice. Ghanaians are going to call on him to account for everything that he said on the floor of Parliament as far as our finances are concerned. Dr. Atoforsen spoke about inflation, so Ghanaians would expect that now that he is the Minister of Finance, Ghanaians would expect that he works to make sure that inflation is brought down or at least stabilized. We expect that his tenure as a Minister of Finance, there will be a lot of investors who will be interested in the Ghanaian economy. The Ghanaian economy will bounce back, will grow for investors to come in. So with that kind of experience that we see from him, we expect that he is able to deliver all the promises that the NDC made.
Abusafo yatwaka se na so na ene ensembebre ababeto eja saban dada no na breso akwantempo a woyiye na ebi eye anaso keka ni nyina abomu a that time no road and transport minister asemo a wokan roads and highways mo fanchame asemo kan ne se 13,624 kilometers eno mo eye sa akwantempo anano an appointment committee etena se ema minister designate sabre no ne yetoto na no now a wono na ye minister ankasa wo say honorable Agboja wodi to just say MPP abanda da no akwantempo a wo yiye 673 enti ne na koye mente me ho ase honorable asenso se entesa na honorable Agboja enso se sei enete nti sabre yensa ka Orua Emmanuel Cherry one na CEO that Chamber of Construction Industry ano openye wote me nka me mo haba UTV so
meje so me ni abana
wadaroma yenim se ba dwumadie na nkasa na mo na mo wo fom mu yi akwan mu yi gutters ni ade asem yi beto odwa no ni nkyire mu pa ene se nya bia ya kwantempo no wudi ebi hu dwuma ehemfa de na wudi wani kenkan mu nso keka bomu a dodo sei pa na abandada ne eyeye.
Okay, ma mi fa akwenye na mechi a ne wotiefuo nyina na em say asema betu dwa ene no is a bit technical.
Okay.
Now I won't fault the minister designate at the time, who is now a minister for roads and highways, in person of Honorable Governor Kwame Agboja, said the other two Juano and Nukure, I will find this so. Now the Honorable Asenso Boachi, the past minister, and also the Juano, and also Nukure, I will find this so. Now the church in the minister, say you can't road construction and say honor assembly Honorable Minister for Roads and Highways Governor Kwame Agboja or see our kratamono krata MPP government edija onono almost road construction now of course our krata no say road construction and you could say 773.27 kilometers of road no chere say new roads bandada no ni enu na ono so ekasa efa ho na uba MPP government the omudi to just 11,600 thereabout ono so lukre e wo fan bi so say on say road construction your road network no your different gamut of roads and it is no the former government MPP government edited Johannesburg omaye asphalt overlay, omaye bridges, omaye how do you call it, graveling and regraveling, omaye upgrading and surfacing. So when you know, so they all have a factor to play. And see collectively, no, you say on the so much let me say, new rosa, almost here, bandada no, the benny no. 673 kilometers no. Now so aside that new roads no, wa only minimum say I be kasa no. Uko area, ube say uko da ube sorry ya. Na omo the asphalt e be go road no so. Omo the go sa road no so sa no. Enye free money. And the aban betia or the taxpayers ne mesika ne betia. And it must be account to those particular projects as well. And those particular roads, and you can say upgrading. Almost say, almost be enhancing our road. No say, baby, nitibia edda satam no enye. And here the asphalt ebe guso as a siano. Uba say, ukwa potholes in no ayira na onieji. The same way, uba call other roads, for instance, motorway. On say, omo radio construction work. Some who equine no enye kwan foforo kwandada. Now so the lifespan man is abani wie and yes then you developing that particular roads e passa esa ban kopasika no fire roads no nyina ka abandada ni sika
newly elected chairman and as titina ne foforo kra.
Hello.
All right, Cherry, meet you pa mete wonka.
Okay, very good. And say na me kan di kan no the motorway. You see, I'm a bank of Pestica or the yes. No, yeah, yes, money say, so I count it too. Even though a new road, I buy my shares here, and got here. Now, so I can buy money spending expenditure. Making like 100 billion. I also follow Edia to just say the commitment of previous government, in total is 100 billion. So when in account, see, Uncle Amasamai. Oh, mukwan so ya. I will say a kwanu nye. Tesiano, abandada no ejama contract. And the abasa they are adding on, even though a new road now so a new thing. A man said a upgrading. And the Tesiano, abandano president. On my pedas afternoon, and they are copy so be a man said to Mamufu. Ombe mo say ombe hare. Ukwa free no ako, uba free no aba. And is even though it's not a new road, but it's part of the commitment abandoned. Yeah. Uko, how do you call it? Kumase, for instance. There is a number of road networks. How do you call it? Flyover, new way, abandoned every year. And a new road. Now, so, the kilometers of road abandoned awardee. Yeah. Who didn't boma or honor abandoned petrol say. Who didn't bro? And 11,000 plus kilometers.
13,000.
And the minister, no minister, the Onuka say construction work of roads, total, that is the new one, and 673. And Nidia no kind of now the abandoned no kind now so abandoned no 1 month me answer me and anything na add confusion there then abba
nti se ora cherry metie wo ye a ye ka se kwan yie na enye se bi akwan foforo kra ye twa to ho na ye di hotel aguso eno nko an ma ne ye eye ekwan yie na mom kwan dada e wo ho na nso bi ameka se so atutu na obesan ya ye ni yie obeka se broni ka se mo no se ye facelift no anase ye upgrade no anabi wo honom so so isa amna ededemu ebi ya abosia na ye de aguso a shape ni yie se de be ya ahyan betimi ya faso akwa aba ni nyina na omukeka bomu a edru sa 13,624 no enye sa
bini aba no great na okay yeah, who call hospitals Bebria, who bounce upgrading Omoros, who call secondary school tertiaries now, who bounce upgrading Omoros. Rosling Dada, now so abide and heading them for Freud and become and a expenditure no one. It's here for Isilegon, who call cantonment, who say Omoros in Yana, come, and in Yanaka 11,000. Now so the almost share here, Omagata share here, a year. How much you musafri hono and 673
okay aha fena yenyanti ase internet say honorable asenso omwa and honorable agboja ono so moa enye sa but the only difference ne say honorable agboja de na say oyibi and e free mu e kan ye
the onu kan no for new road construction
new roads no okay
but minister for roads and highways asenso boachi am say ni church no na this highway e buy and you must come back again
oh okay it says only the net say koye si one time okay yo and you know panyini ye beda wasepa na meja wa ma wakọ no ye koye nimu abanfoforo ye abai said ye beya sa mente me ho ase ni ne we di figures we baba betudwa na we di we atudwa afutu be na wo de ebema wo de na wo nye said ye beya hunu mu fan be wo ho no ma enkoye yesusu se
the futu kakra wo na ebetinya aka kire omo fia ni say na abanda da ne ye no it seems say omo hia omo fe fiti ase omo anhia ase yie omo ni centrofo enti nyama bebre ahinta centrofo now, most central now met me then aka atemna sena ni Parliamentary eti enti so mo de sanya mani hintamwa e be ye say obi de betugu a mbetimi aka no kura ewum na enti se aban foforo abai se obey Ministry of Information every home so they should try as much as possible to bring the media landscape into the action so that they keep engaging engaging media for the more no crabia was how be to be they should let it out. A basa collectively you've carried the entire country along. I manage a year, and because many way can win, will find a way to come out of it. And see that is the approach that government must adapt in this particular administration.
Cherry, a better sepa, a won't see more with the amaye. Abusuafo Ora Emmanuel Cherry na CEO of the Chamber of Construction Industry ano and a nay 13,624 and 673 and semono yaji emu enchiri mu sabre ye home kase na so ye beba sisia